Hey there everybody and welcome. This is going to be a tour of the Windjammer Buffet on Harmony of the Seas. And we're going to take a little look through some of the stations of the cruise. There are also some particular themed nights that are offered, and we'll cover that a little bit shortly. So as you enter the Windjammer, there is of course the hand washing station. Everybody is strongly encouraged, if not required, to wash their hands before hitting the buffet. So there's a lot of different stations that offer some different elements of food, everything from the dessert station to pasta and hot food, salads, and things like that. There's plenty of salads and vegetarian offerings as well. If you have a special dietary needs, they clearly have marked on the items which items are gluten-free or nut-free, although one must talk to one of the head wait staff to find out information if you do have specific requirements or something you want them to make, as they can't guarantee that there's cross-contamination. We found the soups to be pretty reliable. Most of the ones we tried were pretty good. We were particularly a fan of the mushroom soup. And it was nice to be able to go in there and get a bite of, say, fruit and cheese and some breadsticks or a small salad or something like that and take it to go. They do let you take some of the food to go to the pool deck or to your room or wherever you might want to take the food. So you don't always have to eat in the Windjammer Buffet itself. Typically it's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's an hour between each meal as they change everything out. It closes. And there are two duplicate sides of the Windjammer, and both are the exact same thing. It just helps break up the crowd a little bit. They have the exact same stations. They may not have both sides open up depending on how busy it is, but once it gets to peak hours, they will open up both sides of the Windjammer. As far as food quality goes, most stuff that we tried was pretty good or pretty decent. We ate a handful of times. We split our meals between specialty meals, main dining room, the buffet, the park cafe on Central Park. And for the most part, we found the food was okay. We didn't get things like the hot dogs and hamburgers. The hamburgers on the Windjammer Buffet are famously not great. But there's plenty of other good offerings. We were pretty happy with the tilapia and some of the meat carvings. And even one night they had a Mongolian station where you could have your own Mongolian barbecue prepared, and they prepared it fresh on the spot. There's quite a few different condiments, coffee, Coke Freestyle machines are available up in the Windjammer Buffet. Here's the Windjammer, the Mongolian station I mentioned earlier, and this was actually pretty good. You can have quite a few variety of different things you could have in it, different meats that you could have and have them create in a pan. As far as crowds go, the Windjammer obviously is going to be very crowded at peak hours after 9 o'clock for breakfast, around 12 to 1 for lunch, and around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock for dinner. But it wasn't always that crowded during the peak hours. And if you went during non-peak hours, a little earlier, a little later for lunch or dinner, we found that it was actually quite reasonable, quite easy to find a table. We did not really feel all that crowded around the food stations themselves. Most of the desserts were really good. We quite enjoyed them. They generally had a crew member slicing up or serving pieces of the cakes. On the last night of our cruise, they had a chocolate fountain bar set up to the side, and they actually had a crew member doing the dipping for you, so they didn't have every passenger sticking their fingers in it. So that was really great, and you could just sort of pick and choose a couple things you wanted, and the crew member would run it through the chocolate and serve you. So thanks for watching the tour of the Windjammer Buffet. I hope that you found it informative and interesting. If you have any questions, please comment down below. We'd be happy to answer any questions from our recent cruise on Harmony of the Seas. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And remember, have a good time all the time.